Okay, today we want to discuss the important topic of appearance at work. I mean, how do you dress for work? We have three objectives, right? Number one, we want to understand the implications of appearance at work. And then number two, we want to reduce the difficulty of choosing the right clothes to put on to work. And then number three, we want to harness the full benefits of our appearances at work. Okay, so this is where the entire focus of this discussion is going to be centered. All right. Now, I want to start with a brief introduction. All right. Let's discuss some background issues before we come into this topic properly. Right. First of all, dressing in the workplace is very different from casual dressing. For example, I'm at home now and I'm putting on a t-shirt, right? So when you're at home, you dress at your comfort. You decide what to put on to feel comfortable, right? Dressing to work or dressing for work is very different. You don't decide what you wear to work just because it makes you happy or it makes you more comfortable, right? Dressing to work is a whole mechanism on its own. And so it has to be understood and practiced right. And it requires discipline to adjust properly, but it takes time. Let me stress that there are many experienced workers who still do not know the benefits of dressing properly to work. And it has an impact on you as a worker. It has impact on how far you go in the workplace. It has impact on the kind of jobs that can be assigned to you. It has impact on your corporate image, right? But many don't know this. For young people coming up, it is important that you understand the details of these things and learn how to harness the benefits that comes with it and navigate through the challenges of adapting to these things. So that is the first thing. Dressing to work is very different from casual dressing. For example, if I want to dress to a party, I can decide what to put on to the party, depending on the objectives that I want to achieve, right? Maybe my friends are coming and they all decided to put on a tie. So I've decided to put on a tie. Great. Maybe we've just made a decision that in this party, we are all going to wear shorts and t-shirts. It's great, right? So that is a very casual activity. Number two, dressing to work is not about fashion, okay? You don't just put on clothes because it is new in town and people are wearing it. So you also want to show that probably you've bought the new stuff and so you can put it on to work. Things don't work this way, all right? Number three, dressing to work is not a competition. So there shouldn't be pressure on you to put on expensive clothes or some clothes because everyone is wearing them, all right? If someone is wearing a cloth that costs 2,000, it doesn't mean that you should go put on a 2,000 cedis dress or maybe even 1,000 cedis dress to try to compete or fit in. It's not really important, and I'll explain that very soon. Number four, dressing to work is not about copying people. Okay, this is an important background information that you need to know. Sometimes it is important to fit into a company, but copying is never a good thing. Okay, copying is quite dangerous because it takes your identity as a person away, and a company hires you predominantly because of your identity. You are a different person. You add something to the company that no one else could add. That's why they are bringing you there. If it happens that you are a copy of someone there, then you have no place there for yourself, right? You have to carve a niche that is your own, and you have value that you bring to the company that no one else brings it. And because of that, you have a position reserved for you. What does your appearance at work really mean? Okay, your appearance at work means three very important things, right? First of all, it tells people how serious you are about the role that you play in the company. So let's look at, for example, if you work as a laborer at a construction site and you put on sagging trousers and wear slippers, and each time you have to lift the pan, you have to dress properly before you lift the pan. It tells people that you don't take the position serious, right? You care more about how you look than your ability to do the work. Number two, your appearance at work tells people how prepared you are to work. So I'm using the same example. Each time concrete is put in the pan, you have to dress properly, check your sandals if they are well fit before you lift the pan. It tells everyone that you are not really ready for work, right? So it has to be that you are properly dressed for the work at hand, the work that you are going to be doing at that particular point in time, so that dressing should not be part of your thought process in terms of executing the task. You should just be ready to work. And if other things will come in, it shouldn't be about dressing at all. Okay. And then number three, it also tells people whether you can be trusted with responsibility. Okay. For example, if they need someone, your boss needs someone to represent him in the workplace, he will likely pick someone who can stand in for him. If you have shown that you don't look like someone who can stand in for him, he will not call you, even if you are the most brilliant person, right? He will look for someone who can represent him well, and that includes appearance and demeanor. Okay, so this is why your appearance at work is very important. It tells a story. It's a communication. Whether you see it that way or not, it doesn't defeat the fact that this is the truth. Okay, most of the things that I share are quite very difficult, but they are true. You can't defeat the fact that they are true. They are just that way. Okay, you will decide if you want to adopt them or not, but whether you accept and adopt them or not, it won't change the fact that they are, and they are true. Now, what do we want? Okay, we want to dress in such a way that we will appear, first of all, competent, disciplined, ready for work, and trustworthy. I'm repeating this: competent, discipline, readiness for work, trustworthiness. These are the four things that you want to be able to portray in how you look. But remember this: your appearance at work is one of the most powerful things that people really don't consider. In every workplace, and especially most organizations that are very serious about work and growth, apart from your communication skills, the next thing that determines your responsibility and how far you can go in a company is your appearance and demeanor. That is only second to your communication skills. The rest come third, right? The rest, such as your competence to execute a task and all that, they come third. It's communication skills first, your appearance, demeanor second, and then other things. Okay, so it's rather unfortunate that many young people don't pursue these two things very intentionally. And I'm hoping that what we share today will help. But you want to appear in such a way that people perceive you to be competent, disciplined. Discipline means that, you are able to keep that lifestyle consistently and always, regardless of what is happening, right? Now, here are the challenges. Okay, the first challenge is that people don't know the implications of their appearance in the workplace. They just think that, oh, well, I'll look for something nice to work for work. That is all. They don't know these things that I'm sharing today. Many people don't know it. All right. And then number two is pride. Okay, there are people who just want to do things their way. And that's what pride is. I'll do it my way, right? So the company wanted this way, my boss wanted this way, but I mean, I am me. I'm going to do things the way that I like. That is the second challenge with dressing for work. Number 3 is that people have limited clothes. Some have fewer clothes. And so they feel that if they are wearing these clothes repeatedly, people begin to call them by names. Forget about it. It's not important. Okay? It's not about what people call you. I know a professor who put on the same clothes, the same shirt, and the khaki trousers and shoes for the entire life that I spent in graduate school. I knew him to always dress that way. And it was his identity. Whenever you see him, you just know that this is the professor coming. Okay, it doesn't matter. If you have fewer clothes and you can make them look neat and nice always, you can dress and go about with your work. It won't affect your identity and you can do really great work in the workplace, right? Some people also have too many clothes. And so they feel a bit confused. What should I wear today? What should I wear tomorrow? And sometimes that can be challenging as well. And then number 5, there are some companies that do not have a clear dress code. Okay, if you are working as an engineer, you know that you would be putting on some coveralls and safety boots and stuff, gloves. But if you are working in an office where you have not been specifically told, or you look around and you can't see a specific kind of dress that goes around, it can be difficult for you to select the right appearance. Okay, so that is another challenge. And then number 6, some people lack self-confidence. Okay, and when you lack self-confidence, it's difficult for you to keep your identity. So they tend to copy different people. So today he wears this, tomorrow he finds someone else and he wants to identify with that person. The next time he finds someone else, he wants to identify with that person. You don't have your own set of values that you have decided to keep. There are people you see who put on African wear every day. That is their identity. That's what they believe that they should be wearing. And they wear that quite every day. And there are people who will just put on a shirt, short sleeve shirt, tuck in, neat, and that is their identity. Some will put on suit every day. It is their identity, right? Or maybe their position requires it. And they will always, for example, if you work in a bank, you will have to learn how to put on suit every day, even if it's not your style. That's where discipline comes in, right? Okay, so these are the challenges. Now, how do you navigate through these challenges? And I'm going to propose some principles that will guide how we dress and appear in the workplace. Now, the first overall principle that I want to share with you is a very old principle, but it works, right? If you don't know what to wear and your company or organization does not have a dress code for you, look at the person in the position that if you are promoted, you are going to occupy. That means the person in your next position, okay, and dress like the way he dresses. I'm not asking you to copy. It means if the person appears official all the time, you should appear official all the time. If the person appears in a certain way, that kind of set of clothes is something that you might want to consider. So you always dress commensurate with your next position, because that is where you are going. So you want to show that you are prepared anytime to occupy the next level of position. That is the criteria. If you don't have a code and you don't know how to get one, that is how you develop one. But once you have developed one, the next thing is for you to prioritize neatness. Okay? If you put on very nice clothes and you are not neat, it still doesn't help. Okay? Take your bath every morning, make it a habit if you can. Look very clean, sharp, your hair nicely trimmed. If you have beards, nicely kept. If you like the long beards, or if you want to go Sakura like mine, you keep it down very nice and you appear good and neat. Try to get any odor out of the way so that people can hang around you comfortably, right? So this is more important than the the cost of your clothes or the number of clothes that you have. Look neat. If you have a few set of clothes, they should always be clean and nice, and that is great. You can put on 2 sets of clothes every day and people might not even know. For men, for example, you just need 1 trousers or 2 trousers and maybe 3 sets of shirts and you are fine. People might not even know that you don't have too many clothes, okay? And you will be very fine. If you are a lady, you want to get some set of clothes that are comfortable, not only to you, but also to the people around you. If your clothes are too tight, you may realize that there may be people who feel very uncomfortable around you because we all don't have the same strength, right? And you want to be free in a company. You don't want to look intimidating, right? So you want to look at things that will make you work easily. Now, dress for the occasion. In the workplace, the activities of the week sometimes changes. Try to find out the activities that are coming up, and if you know the clothes that are going to be put on and you have one, dress accordingly. It's always good to fit into the company culture and be around looking like you are also in the company, so that if someone comes, they don't see you as a stranger, but as someone who blends in quite well, right? Number 3, if you are in doubt, always dress formal. You never go wrong with formal dressing. Formal dressing sometimes will appear that you are overdressed, but overdressing is always a great thing. It's better to be overdressed than to look loose and unprepared, okay? I can put on t-shirt to work sometimes, but you will see that I'll tuck in, okay? In a nice trousers, or I'll put on a suit on it. But if you see me and maybe I've put on a t-shirt and it's loose and I'm not tucked in and I'm not putting on a suit, it is because probably I didn't come to work. Maybe I was somewhere in town and I just decided to pass by, because that shouldn't be your identity, right? There are people who dress and they feel comfortable that way because they have their identity, they have what they want to achieve, and they see that this is what they need to get to where they want to be, and that is fine. But everyone should think thoroughly about this, be intentional, and choose the clothes that fit you, okay? Then number 4, remove anything that is not necessary. Unnecessary accessories, shiny stuff. I mean, a lot of chains in your, earrings and stuff for guys, for example. I'm not saying that they are wrong, but some things, the way that people will see you around, especially if you are in Ghana, in Africa here, sometimes it's not worth the stress that you go through, okay? So try to remove accessories that are not important so that you are kept neat and simple and ready to work. Finally, let me end with another very important principle, okay? Your appearance should be predictable, okay? But not the only thing people see. I want to explain that a bit. So when people see you, they shouldn't spend time thinking about what you're putting on that day. It should be that they know you to be dressing that way. Okay, so let's say you are working in a bank, always you put on a suit. No one will come and look at you because today you are putting on a suit. They know that every day that's what you usually put on. Okay, so your dressing should be in such a way that it's predictable. The reason why that is important is because then people will not see you as someone who is just interested in dressing, or your appearance is so important to you, nothing else is important. You shouldn't be known as someone who is just good at dressing. Okay, so once it's predictable, it doesn't draw attention. It becomes normal. People see you and say, oh, you are always cute, you always look good, this is how you look, it's fine, right? But it shouldn't be that they see you today and say, hey, this is how you look. Maybe tomorrow you look something else, and it begins to draw more attention to your appearance than your identity and your competence, which is where you want the attention should be. People should look at your capability. That is what you want them to see, not your looks or how you look, all right? Because you are there for that purpose. You want to be professional. You want to be able to bring value. You want to be able to attract growth, attract the right people to yourself, and be around the right people so that you can grow together, right? And to be able to achieve that, the most important thing is for you to prioritize your communication skills and your appearance and demeanor. They determine how well you do in these things and how far you go. All right. I'll end right here. I'm hopeful that the ideas that I shared today were helpful to you. And if they are, I'm very thankful to God for that. Thank you so much for joining today, and may God bless you.